Yes. Real shit only. Let me talk to these niggas, Zeke.
And we back with another episode of the Bars Podcast.
This nigga Liangelo Ball got a banger.
Liangelo Ball. I might swerve in it. Whoa. Come on, man. Blins, what we talking about?
That nigga got a banger, bro.
You got a banger?
Is it a banger because he got they got a platform already?
Yeah, of course. It's because it's hella songs that's decent and catchy that would never reach the masses.
Right.
Because of whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
So hell yeah. Hell fucking
shit,
yeah.
In today's climate of music, shit, you got one. You got one.
You got one, man.
Because niggas just throwing a lot of shit at the wall that ain't sticking.
That's a fact. That's
you know
a fact.
So for whatever the ingredients is, if you throw it at the wall and it's sticking, salute.
How you feel about the song?
I like it. I think it's a vibe.
I think it's for the 99-2000.
He took it back to the.
He took it back
to the juvie.
I don't even know if that was intentional.
Right.
Or is that just what he grew up listening to, and that was the best time of his life as far as music is concerned, and he just automatically went there.
Shit, however you could catch a vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's the vibe, bro.
It's the vibe.
People just want to. I be telling niggas all the time whenever they be having this conversation about the conversation. I hate the Bay because we from the Bay. When we start talking about the Bay or Oakland, from Oakland, East Oakland to be exact. But when we start talking about our region or our section, and everybody is like trying to figure out what niggas got to do. In my mind, I've always said this: make good music.
Facts.
Let's start there.
Facts.
Nobody wants to feel like everybody wants to point the finger and blame the politics and all the shit. Nigga, make some good music. Good music should be the prerequisite to start the conversation.
Facts.
Before you complain about anything, ask yourself, is the music good?
Is the music good? You know, I have to have this conversation a lot, being that I started No Vultures, and No Vultures was a guest-based podcast. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I have to have the conversations about who am I letting on the podcast and why and what, you know. And there's never one song why, because I'm storytelling for the most part. But I have to have this conversation with people all the time. My biggest thing is not discouraging people when I'm telling them, but I'm telling them, hey, bro, you got to make the music.
Right. Now, if you making good music and you actually are a really good artist and the politics getting your way, that's a whole nother thing. But majority of the niggas that's complaining are not making good music.
What do you consider the politics? Like, as far as, like, if you making good music and you're an artist, right? You independent, you making good music, you putting your music out yourself, what politics would come into play?
Industry politics, support. You know what I'm saying?
But I want you to go into detail, because when you say industry politics, it kind of leave it vague, right? And so you'll have artists who say, man, these niggas be hating on me. That's pretty vague, right? And then you say, they hating on me and nobody want to see me go to the top, but don't nobody even fucking know you.
Sometimes I be always wondering, like, everybody expect everybody to kind of see their vision and supposed to take what they got going personal. You know what I'm saying? And like a lot of times you will have a certain amount of supporters, but then because you don't have all of them, you in your feelings. And you be spending so much time on the people that ain't supporting that you don't even like spend enough time appreciating the people that actually fuck with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when you have that conversation, like, everybody that cook won't be a Michelin chef, right?
Right.
Everybody that could dribble a basketball won't make it to the NBA. Everybody that rap will not be Drake, or Lil Baby, or Kendrick, or J. Cole. It just, because if everybody could do it, then it don't make what they're doing special.
True.
Like sometimes people we having these dreams, and you don't want to like. everybody got dreams, right? We all want to we all have these dreams for ourselves, and we all want to push ourselves. But sometimes, I don't want to sound like I'm being negative though, Rab, but if you a nigga, right, that put out some music and made some music and you created a regional hit, even if it was a regional hit, and it didn't go 3 times platinum, but people appreciated your shit and what you did, maybe that was your impact to the game. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it wasn't in the cards for you to become you know what I'm saying?
I said that the other day in our conversation when we had this conversation with another one of our partners, and I was saying that ultimately, if you don't go, right? Because I like a lot of hits that have had impact that don't have a plaque associated to it, right? And so if you drop a joint right now and it did 100,000, to me that's hella successful. To me, I don't know what. First of all, because it's independent.
Right.
If you did 50, right? First of all, because it's independent. Second of all, because you put your effort into it and people like it. All of those guys who have songs that when you go to the Coliseum and they got to bring out an artist, when a big artist come from out of town, they want to bring somebody out. When you got the crowd singing your shit at home, so those are the D-Los, the Lil Bloods, the John Max now, the Fabs, right? They all have a song.
So if them niggas, let me throw Stunner Man in there as well.
Stunner Man, definitely Stunner Man. Stunner Man.
S.O.B.
S.O.B.
If them niggas never did nothing else, right? If any of the niggas we just named never did nothing else, you know how difficult it is to do what they did?
Bro, 95% of the people not gonna have one of those.
Stunner Man did Big Steppin'. It may not have been, he may want to drop 20 more of those. I hope he does. Right? But shit, you know how hard, when you look at how many niggas is on Pro Tools right now in they garage, in they bedroom, just trying to do that, then you would kind of appreciate what you added to the game. But I think niggas be comparing they shit to what's, and it's always the next best thing. And I don't think niggas really understand how hard it is to become a household name or a recognizable name or a nigga that's actually a member of the industry. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, you just named y'all qualify, y'all created a name for yourself. I don't know if niggas really know how hard that is, right?
It's very hard, bro. It's so difficult, to create that thing that everybody's singing. You know what I mean? So when you mention Stunner Man, that's more recent, right? When you mention a Clyde Carson with Slow Down, and those records may not pop outside of the region, but people know.
But we could go even further back though, right? We could sit here and talk Delinquents, Alleyway. Do you know how hard it is to create a jingle that your whole city want to recite? Even if it's just your city.
Very hard.
Niggas gotta stop. Look, I'm not saying don't shoot for the stars, right? But just niggas is, hey, these are accomplishments, bro. This is it's very difficult to do this shit, bro.
Hella.
What the Loonies did with 5 on it, you know how difficult that is?
Hella difficult.
Shit is not. What Drew Down did with Pimp of the Year, you know how difficult this shit is to do?
Hella difficult.
What RBL did with Don't Give Me No Bammer Weed, you know how difficult this shit is to do?
Facts, bro.
These niggas, everybody we name and more, bro, niggas need their flowers, bro, because that shit is difficult. If everybody could be Drake and Kendrick, then Drake and Kendrick is unimportant.
They wouldn't be nobody.
It wouldn't even matter. Everybody can't make it to the NBA. Everybody can't make it to the NFL.
When we talk about that, what is the standard though? What will people always hold people to? You don't have a Big Steppin'. You don't have a Kamaya out the bottle. I mean, Kamaya actually has gold records.
Bro, they always say comparison is the thief of joy. I think that's what it is. I think we let all this auxiliary shit define what success is to us. Keep the Sneak. Keep the Sneak, right? Is a successful rap artist. Period. There was a moment Keek had 5+ songs on the radio at a time. Probably still do.
Fab had 10.
Right. Fab is a successful artist. These niggas say, do you know how difficult it is to do this shit?
Fab is a successful artist, and I think it's accessibility and how people view the person as how big they think the records are. Because someone say like Larry June, I do getting his props.
Right.
But those records are just as big as the ones he have.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so it's like, nigga, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and we have to think about a time where like New Oakland might be a gold record, but back then business shit was happening to where it couldn't. Everything Fab put out ain't counted.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You know
that
what?
ain't even on Fab YouTube channel.
Right. But you know what June do? Larry June do?
What's that?
Larry June give off a vibe that, and when I pay attention to the landscape and I look at shit, Larry June not only makes really good music, but he it's believable. He gives you this cool vibe that makes niggas want to be part. Who don't want to be part of some cool shit?
Man.
Who don't want to be like part of a relaxed, cool vibe? Niggas talking about wellness. Niggas talking about getting money. Niggas talking about being positive. Nobody died on none of Larry June records. He just a regular. He really comes off like a regular nigga doing regular shit that we do. But I feel like that's the appeal. He's selling a lifestyle that people are actually buying in. That people are actually buying, and it's believable. I believe him. When you hear Larry June rap, when you listen to a Larry June song and you listen and watch a Larry June video, you look at this shit and be like, that nigga really lived like that.
That nigga really lived like that.
Yeah, this nigga wake up, he's wake and bake. Nigga go to the juice bar, nigga probably go get some cardio in. Nigga might meditate or some shit. I don't know him, but I'm saying,
yeah, he
give off a regular vibe.
He running it down. Same guy that was meeting his fans on Ocean Beach to ride bikes.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, you know what I mean?
Right. It's believable, and to all the people that are really close to Larry June, they could probably vouch for. They could be like, no, this nigga do that shit.
And a nigga went and bought a older model vet, and used it as his promotional vehicle. That every time you see that's Larry June. That's me. I tied myself into oranges.
Right.
So you know when the oranges, it's me, right? And that's a part of showmanship, right? And being an artist and still being able to be available and maintain your mystique at the same time. Right. Because that's hella hard to do, like in the days of overexposure. Because that's the days we living in, overexposure.
There's so many niggas be with OD. With OD,
OD,
crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
So shout out to all the people that have made an impact on the music landscape here in the Bay Area. Whether you got a gold plaque or not.
Facts.
It's hard to make it out the bedroom,
bruh.
Niggas said this nigga like niggas.
Bruh.
So when you make some sort of an impact, nigga, that shit, nigga, like tip your hat, man.
You gotta tip your hat, right?
You gotta tip your hat. Shit.
And I think that for the most part, like when we do it, we big those people up all the time.
Right.
Like I just think that everybody has to. We know that you rap. We know that your cousin rap.
Right.
We get it.
Niggas think
you know what I mean.
Niggas think they entitled to. Niggas be acting like they entitled to worldwide hit records.
Right.
Nigga, what? Nigga, if you get a regional hit.
No, here's a conversation that happens in the Bay Area. Here's a conversation that happens a lot. Right. It's. Man, I would be on, but niggas be hating on me. Niggas be blackballing. Niggas got boys clubs. Right. Niggas got man, I would have been on. No, nigga, the fans don't fuck with your shit. You're not giving them, you're not servicing them on what they want, no matter what you think about your own record.
But it ain't even gotta be the fact that the fans don't really fuck with your shit either. It could just be the way the packaging and the way you've decided to like, or the resources you put behind it, or maybe that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even, because people don't fuck with your shit does not mean your shit ain't really good either.
No, it don't. Whatever
You know what I'm
whatever reason that they don't fuck with you, your promotion can suck. They might fuck with your lyrics, don't fuck with your beats. They might fuck with, but whatever the reason is that it's not catching on, it's more than likely that it's not a group of people conspiring to hold you down. So something like, most of these people think they're important enough for a group of people to get together and talk about making sure that person don't make it.
Right.
And that's just, come on, man. Like what? Like, who got time for that shit?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Unless y'all got some type of personal issue, which I mean, that's nothing nobody else could do nothing about, right? If you got a personal issue with a DJ or whoever, a radio guy, somebody that can impact your career, that's on you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But what about platforms like what we doing? So what about platforms like what we doing? We got a responsibility, right, to be non-biased.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? And spread the love around. If we see some shit that's dope.
But I think even without the platform, just as people, we do that. Right? We behind the scenes working with all kind of people. Just I know me and you ain't getting paid from. Right? And so, like, we want to put in the good for the sake of for the greater society, right? For all, what we have as a Bay Area society, we want to pour into that to make it work.
But I think some people wonder, how do we pick and choose? Like, you've been running No Vultures. How long now No Vultures been in?
5 years.
So niggas probably sit back and wonder, how do you decide who you bring on your podcast? Do you just bring your friends on?
No,
good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or have you, with No Vultures, did you have a bias there, or is it, you know what I mean?
A good indication I always tell people for No Vultures, are you getting booked? Right? Is somebody else talking about you?
But No Vultures could be what helps people to get people to talk about.
But that ain't the platform I started.
Okay.
The platform I started was a storytelling platform of people who have already done something, right? Who have already impacted the culture. So if I started a platform where I was like, I'm breaking artists, and then I decided just for some reason I'm not gonna help certain artists, that would be crazy, right? But I think everybody don't realize that they don't fit into the No Vultures mode, because for one, I have to service the crowd and the audience I already built, right? So they want typically legends or somebody that have done something that they know about. Right. The other thing is, like, I want to do shit with other artists, but what people don't realize is they go out of town and they go to No Jumper. They go to Say Cheese. They go to whatever, and they pay. Right. They go to these other platforms, and when a person when they ask, how do I get on this platform? And you say, well, this is what it costs. They pay those platforms. For me, but I'm a purist. So just from a purist perspective, and this is just my real take on it. Like, just being a hip hop purist, I love the art form. So if we throw the business side out of it, I want to find the talented people who doing dope shit, who I think actually be, you know what I'm saying? But you want to find those. It's crafted well. And then be equal in those opportunities on the platform. But you want to start those opportunities until you have to set up production for it, right? So it's cool. I highlight motherfuckers on my Instagram all day. I talk about motherfuckers on Twitter, on whatever social media all day. But when it comes to leaving my house and starting to spend hundreds of dollars for a sound man, editing, lighting, and a production to interview people, it's fair. I don't get nothing back out of that. That's you know what I'm saying? But if we go see an artist that's actually really talented,
let's pour into it. What that matter?
I post about it.
Let's be the platform. You post about it.
Yeah, I post about it. Like when I see an artist that's really dope, I'm usually the motherfucker in the room recording.
Right.
And I'm usually the person that posts them without talking to them first. I just post them because it's dope. You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
I do get what you're saying. But how do we balance that out? We got to meet halfway on that because we got to also be able to create opportunities somehow.
The way
because the thing is, the same people we trying to support, we want them. We also are building something that we need the same support.
Well,
know what I'm saying?
I think the way we support, and when I say we, I say as a community, is those people have to support you, right? So viewership, right? If the viewership is so high that it's paying enough to be able to do something for nothing, then you get in those positions. You see what I'm saying? But when you're not in those positions, if it has to cost you money and it's not going to make money, I wouldn't recommend that for nobody.
Bars. The Blends and Rap show, but bars is synonymous with rap music, is synonymous with one-liners, jury. And we talk about this all the time. When we talk about hip-hop and this shit, I want to be able to have a non-biased platform that we can actually be a part of what's impacting the artists from
What
our,
a cheat code
not based on our relationships. Right? Throw my relationships out, throw your relationships out. Bridge gaps, create opportunities to lift everybody up no matter what we feel, if we think it's worth it.
That's on the people to support us first, so we'll have the ability to do that.
All right.
You see what I'm saying? And also, like when we talk about those guys, like you have to create, I feel like, a platform for that. Right? So just simply my biggest demographic is gonna come off of YouTube, right? I can't even play your song on YouTube. Like I can't play a song without getting the copyright. You see what I'm saying? Right. So it's like learning how to, because one thing that people don't understand is, for me starting No Vultures, because I did rap.
Right.
For me starting No Vultures is because let me put some highlights on some stories. And that's what I'm saying. No Vultures is one thing, right? Bars is another thing.
Right.
Whatever other show that started is a whole nother thing. So everything ain't to be blended. Right. And everything has its niche. It has a niche audience.
Facts.
And when you're working, you have to give, like I tell artists all the time, if I didn't know nothing about your music and 50 people told me I need to interview you, that interview would happen. These guys
So you would do the interview because 50 people told you to do it?
Yes, because they're asking for it. If I can, like 50 people is a lot of people for me to start paying attention to a person. Like you need to interview that.
But see, this is where we defer, because I feel like we are in a position to create what people are asking for.
No, you're in a position to create what people are asking for if your platform is about music, right? My platform is about storytelling. So if I had people on there rapping, it wouldn't matter if they was the biggest dude in the world.
Big Tigger in the basement. He had a segment at the end where everybody get in the booth. He didn't have to add that segment. That's just a piece of it.
But you never seen a local on there.
What I'm saying is you can still squeeze that segment in.
You can squeeze it in.
There's always an opportunity to give back.
If you're willing to pay.
But if our show is an hour and 15 minutes, make it an hour and 30. It ain't gonna kill us to give somebody an opportunity.
To rap. You saying to rap?
To rap, whatever. To rap, however we decide to create, whatever we decide to do to create that space for new and upcoming artists. This show don't have to be a talent show. But I'm saying we should always make a note to try to support and highlight and lift up somebody from the area that's trying.
See, I feel like I do that, and I do it in more than I do it in a way that it would actually help more than No Vultures. Like I actually get on the phone with these people for hours and say, hey, bro, do you got this in line? Do you got this in order? Like, this might not be the song. You should try this. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to
But what if you really love it and nobody knows about that person?
I'm not breaking it on no vultures. If I really
you
love
want them to go get their buzz and come back?
No, but I feel like my social media would be that impact. Like I feel like if I get on my Instagram and I get on my Twitter, get on Facebook, get on whatever TikTok, and say this that guy.
That's fair.
Fuck with him.
That's fair.
I feel like that should be enough.
No, that's fair. The social pages be the first step, then build. That's fair. I give you that.
You know what I mean? I feel like that's what my socials is for.
That's fair.
Now, when it comes down to the platform of where money is being spent and money is trying to be made, I just can't. That's like saying, you know what I'm saying? Let somebody come in the shop. He never cut before and just let him start. I don't know, but
that go against everything I know about you. You don't like. I've seen you give counsel and all types of information out to people and never had to do nothing with no bread. I don't even want to. I didn't heard you tell people, niggas offer you shit. I don't need nothing. I'm doing it for this is what I do. That's what you do. So when it comes to the show, why that's got to just be what we do.
No, because it's much bigger than that, and I don't want to compromise my audience to try to introduce them into something because that's not what they asking for. Like I've almost built a niche, right? So I built a niche audience. I need to service that. Right. Now, shout out to my boy from Memphis, Famous Animal. His show is people rapping.
Right.
Like his show is you sit here behind a table, we got mics, and you rap.
Right.
But here's the catch. He still charges. Right. So even though it looked like he putting niggas on and doing all that, all these platforms that they would want to compare me to, charge. You can't go to Say Cheese. You can't go to none of these places without paying a fee.
Everything, shit costs money. But I got you. I got you.
And for me, if you ain't willing to spend a few $100s on your music, it ain't worth it. It ain't.
Man, I remember just like sometimes opportunity is everything. You know what I'm saying? So when we doing things,
but I give opportunities bigger than my platform, right? I might call Sway and say, "Hey, you need to check this dude out, and you need to get him on the show," and that has happened. But I don't need to interview him, because my show doesn't have the bandwidth. I don't have 2 million followers, right? So if I had 2 million people and I was getting a $2 million check, I could afford to be like, "Hey, I'm just having this dude rap today." You know what I'm saying? But for me, I have to service an audience. I have to make sure and maintain the integrity of my platform before I just say, "Hey, y'all fuck with this."
I just want to make sure we keep giving opportunities at the forefront of what we. However, that got to work out.
No,
everything got logistics, right? We take care of the logistics, but let's just make sure we stay on top of it.
And I used to think them platforms was wrong. Like they wrong until I got in it. I used to think they was wrong for charging. I used to think they was wrong for all that shit until I got in it and I realized, how the fuck they gonna set this shit up? How they gonna cut the lights on? Who pays them? A nigga taking 4 hours out of his day. If he had a regular job just making $40 an hour, you just made him miss in 4 hours $160.
Shit. You niggas run the IG for inspiration, cause your immediate circle ain't good for shit but hating. How you hustling just to get complacent? We never settle. Run these bitches, then we pick replacements. About my money, niggas.